From Australia, this is the Wireless Institute of Australia with the weekly news service. This broadcast is in text, audio and video and is accessed on wia.org.au.
With the news for August 14, 2022, I'm Graham, VK1WIA. Now, most kids are upset if they can't attend a birthday party, so imagine if your satellite fails. Now, this is a major upset. We'll hear of this in this week's news. Last week, here on WIA National News, Secretary Peter spoke of the WIA's booking of the satellites being prepared by West Australian University, Curtin University. Now comes the news that Airbus Defence and Space, together with the Government of South Australia, plans to establish an assembly and integration presence in Adelaide. The facility, set to drive Australian space industry manufacturing capability and capacity, enabling the production of satellites up to the size of 300 kilograms. This week on WIA Board Talk, MEMNET update, the new foundation manuals being shipped, and the RD. Here's Vice President Lee, VK3GK.
Hi. This weekend is the RD contest, which commemorates the amateurs who died during World War II and is designed to encourage friendly participation and help improve the operating skills of participants. It is held on the weekend closest to the 15th of August, the date on which hostilities ceased in the Southwest Pacific area. A perpetual trophy is awarded annually to the Australian state or territory with the best performance. The name of the winning state or territory is inscribed on the trophy, and that state or territory then holds the trophy for 12 months. The winning state or territory is also given a certificate, as are leading entrants. The aim of the contest is for amateurs to contact other amateurs in all VK call areas, ZL and P29 on all bands except WARC bands. Modes allowed are phone, CW and RTTY, as per the era being remembered. VKCL is the logging software that will allow HF and VHF-UHF contacts to be logged. Although there are a few other loggers to use, N1MM is suitable but only if the HF sections are being entered. For rules and other information can be found on the WIA website at https://www.wia.org.au/members/contests/RD contest. Objectives identified by the WIA board last year were to improve the WIA internal systems. In process is a full review which has identified functionalities and deficiencies. These include the implementation of auto-renewals and payments by instalments. This includes a range of automated tasks which will see membership renewals delivered in a more timely fashion. This may also include SMS reminders sent to mobile phone users. Recently, the WIA board reported that the new and updated version 4 of the Foundation Manual had gone to print. Today we can report that the WIA office has taken delivery of the print run and have in stock the new manuals for dispatch. Not only a comprehensive study guide for the Foundation licence, it is also an excellent reference source and guide for operational protocols and procedures for experienced operators too. Currently the staff are fulfilling the many number of back orders and are dispatching the Foundation manuals as quickly as possible. WIA members' discounted price is set at $25 per manual. Non-members' pricing is $35 each. Postage is $15. WIA affiliated clubs can purchase box quantities of 21 manuals and postage is set to $25 per box. Non-affiliated clubs are welcome also to purchase box lots, however postage will be $35 per box. The Foundation Manual can be purchased from your local club or directly from the WIA website. Go to the bookshop section on the WIA website to purchase directly. That's it for this week, and I shall work you in the RD contest. 7-3 from Lee, VK3GK.
This is VK1WIA. All points of contacts from today's news stories are to be found in print when you read the web editions www.wia.org.au.
This is the home service of the Wireless Institute of Australia through VK1WIA. Now, international news with Jason, VK2LAW.
Hello. Commencing news from Region 1. Ham Challenge. IARU Region 1 announces winners. You'll recall over the past months I've told you of the great initiative by the International Amateur Radio Union Region 1, where they've invited amateurs to come up with a game-changing idea which could lead to more licensed radio amateurs. Well, they've now announced the results. The IARU Region 1 site says, after careful consideration and review of all of the participants' proposals, in addition to having an interview with them to present their ideas, the judging committee came to a final decision. The first place goes to 5 Bravo 4 Alpha Hotel Zulu Nestor and Hotel Bravo 9 Foxtrot Echo Uniform Christian. Nestor presented the Ham Radio Escape Room project. The idea came during the COVID-19 crisis when people needed to find a way to have fun remotely while actual physical escape rooms were closed. The radio-based escape room can be played in a very similar way to a virtual escape room with amateur radio themes and stories, where teams playing the game can also communicate via radio rather than a webcam. Christian presented a public database of fun projects for innovation. A public database of fun projects for innovation and technology-oriented hobbyists with little or no experience and equipment. The project description may include an indication of the level of complexity and the required time, prerequisite knowledge and required equipment, etc. Both projects received the applause of the IARU Region 1 Executive Committee and a warm thanks for their involvement in amateur radio future activities. In news from Region 2, New York electronics marketer faces nearly $700,000 FCC fine. A Brooklyn, New York marketer of wireless microphones has been fined nearly $700,000 by the US Federal Communications Commission for what the agency said is a decade-long practice of selling these devices which are not RF compliant. The FCC said that 32 microphones sold by Sound Around failed to comply with FCC requirements governing emissions, power and use of the spectrum, rules that protect against harmful interference to other spectrum users. The FCC has rejected the business's assertion that the dollar amount of the proposed fine was too high, that a decade of warnings and notices sent by the FCC was insufficient, and that photos of the company's marketing websites did not provide proof that the item was available for purchase. According to a press release from the FCC, the US Department of Justice will be given the case to handle if Sound Around fails to pay the fine. YLs still celebrate the message of a telegraphy pioneer. An international group of YLs pay tribute to a telegraphy pioneer. For that story, we tune in Amateur Radio Newsline and hear from Cell MB Kilo Bravo 3 Tango Zulu Delta.
A statue stands in Coburg, Canada, honouring Fern Blodgett Sunda, the first Canadian woman to hold a second-class wireless operator's certificate. Blodgett Sunda herself stands as a pioneer and role model for many women who followed her path in sharpening their own telegraphy skills, even those in civilian life. During World War II, Blodgett Sunda crossed the Atlantic Ocean 78 times aboard a Norwegian ship because neither Canada nor Great Britain permitted women to work on board their country's ships. Recently, members of the Canadian Ladies Amateur Radio Association made trips of their own, some of them crossing oceans too, in order to see that statue. The visitors who arrived in Coburg on July 28th included Ann Nutter, VE3HAI, Sharla Sharma, VU2SWS, Suzanne Snape, VE7IM, Roberta Williams, VA3RMWX, and Janet Maggart, N9ZKU. They told the website Today's Northumberland that after watching the unveiling of the statue 2 years ago in an online video, they started planning their own journey to be there in person. Such tributes may not have the same sense of ceremony and pomp as the one in 1943, when Blodgett Sunda became the first woman to be honored by the King of Norway, who gave her the Norwegian War Medal. But there is perhaps no greater honor than to be recognized by a generation that follows your path, a community of YL operators gathering from around the world to celebrate someone who led the way in wartime. This is Cell MB, KB3 TZD.
ARRL has unveiled its new radio laboratory, Whiskey 1 Hotel Quebec, in a video released on August 4, 2022. In the video, Jerica Goodgame, Kilo India 5, Hotel Tango Alpha, a summer intern at ARRL headquarters, tours viewers through the station. The ARRL Radio Lab is an innovative test space designed to reshape the way we imagine and build a ham radio shack, said Goodgame. The station is intended to inspire members to build, organise and equip their own stations in innovative ways, from a decluttered workspace and digital user interface to being able to remote into the equipment from anywhere. Whiskey 1 Hotel Quebec is a step towards the future of amateur radio stations, Goodgame added. The station includes a new tower and antennas atop the main administrative building at ARRL headquarters in Newington, Connecticut. Inside the station, 3 operating positions provide an interface to rack-mounted and computer-controlled transceivers, amplifiers, antenna switches and rotators. Goodgame explained that the Radio Lab will also support equipment testing and QST product review. An extension of product reviews in the future will be to take that piece of gear that we're testing, put it on this test bench and see how it integrates with a station that's already under full automation and control, she said. The video is published on ARRL's YouTube channel. And in news from Region 3, ISRO launch Azadi Sat satellite. To mark India's 75th year of independence, the Indian Space Research Organisation, ISRO, launched an amateur radio satellite, AzadiSat, developed by 750 young women from 75 schools across India. The News Bites app site says the project is a part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebrations. The satellite was launched using the Small Satellite Launch Vehicle, SSLV, on its maiden mission on August 7th. The AzadiSat was launched from the Satish Dhawan Space Centre in Sriharikota at 9:18 a.m. IST on Sunday. The satellite weighs 8 kilograms and will have 75 payloads weighing 50 grams each. The satellite will conduct femto experiments. It has a VHF-UHF transponder on ham radio frequencies, a camera, a solid-state pin diode-based radiation counter, and a long-range transponder. This is the first of its kind space mission with an all-woman concept to promote women in STEM, science, technology, engineering and mathematics, as this year's UN theme is Women in Space, said Rifat Shahrukh, Chief Technology Officer of Space Kids India. But VU Land Ground Control, we have a problem. Failure and disappointment marked the debut of this India's small satellite launch vehicle, which lifted off looking A-OK, only to deploy 2 satellites into wrong orbits. One of the satellites was a much-anticipated project built by the 750 schoolgirls. ISA, India Space Agency, said that the satellites were sent into an elliptical orbit instead of the intended circular orbit 356 kilometres above Mother Earth. The elliptical orbit meant that at some point the satellites' orbits would have come as close to the Earth as 76 kilometres. Officials said that the error was caused by a sensor failure that could not be detected in time. 5 hours after liftoff, the mission was declared a failure. The maiden voyage of the launcher was a much-celebrated event which also commemorated India's 75th year of independence. For VK1WIA National News, in Sydney, I'm Jason, VK2LAW.
This is the home service of the Wireless Institute of Australia through VK1WIA. Now operational news with Felix, VK4FUQ.
Hello there. Yes, as VK4BAT just said, this is ham radio operational news. It's a contact sport. WIARD or Remembrance Day contest this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, August 13-14. This is where we honour those World War II members of the WIA who paid the supreme sacrifice. The Alara contest is August 27 and 28. And don't forget to tune here next week when the news will be presented by the ladies of Alara. DX window. French letters. TM3GGR. Hamsters of the Radio Club Vendine will activate the special call sign TM3GGR between August the 20th and September the 4th. Operations are for the start of the 3rd Golden Globe race. the non-stop around-the-world sailing trip without assistance and without a modern navigation system. TM3 GGR activity will be on all bands and all modes. Hadrian's Wall Special Event Station. There are two special event stations, GB 1900HA and GB 1900HW, running throughout the year to commemorate 1,900 years since the building of Hadrian's Wall. QSL via Logbook of the World and Club Log OQRS. See QRZ.com for more info on GB 1900HA and GB 1900HW. Netherlands. Members of Iran section of Mid and North Limburg are QRV with special call sign PI 75 LIM to celebrate their 75th anniversary. QSL via the Bureau. Z81D from Juba in South Sudan until the 11th of September. Activity is holiday style. QSL Z81D via OM3JW. Beacon News. David Christmas, VK4DJC, has set up a new beacon in the 10-metre band on 28.285 MHz in Mount Morgan, Queensland. Again, it's on 28.285 with a power of 5 watts. Antenna currently is a Bushcom 3-wire antenna, call sign VK4DJC. If you hear it, please let David know. For VK1WIA National News, I'm Felix, VK4FUQ Inningham.
This is the home service of the Wireless Institute of Australia through VK1WIA. Now, Special Interest Group News with Bruce, VK3FFF.
And a very good day to you. Worldwide Special Interest Group News. The RSGB has announced Philip Hosey, MI0MSO, has been appointed as the Special Interest Group Manager. The primary role of the Honorary Officer for affiliated national societies and special interest groups is to champion their interests and to develop a closer relationship between them and the RSGB and the amateurs they represent. A great initiative, RSGB. Worldwide Special Interest Groups, Astronomical. NRAO program to educate emerging generation of scientists using amateur radio. A new National Radio Astronomy Observatory, NRAO, program aims to educate emerging generations about the electromagnetic spectrum through an interactive, substantive experience with amateur radio. Funded by a grant from Amateur Radio Digital Communications, the program exploring the electromagnetic spectrum and why amateur radio matters will focus on broadening the excitement of amateur radio among BIPOC and LGBTQIA+ students. Bringing together the expertise of the National Radio Astronomy Observatory, amateur radio enthusiasts and subject matter experts, this will be a 2-year program. Worldwide Special Interest Groups, ILLW, OC194. 3 Coffs Harbour Radio Club members will be active as VK2 FM from South Solitary Island during the International Lighthouse LIGHTSHIP Weekend, ILLW, August 20th, 21st. Operators mentioned are Russell, VK4NGN, Russell, VK2VK, and Fredo, VK2 FM. The lighthouse number is ILLW AU 0054. Activity will actually start on the 19th and operations will be mainly on 80, 40 and 20 metres. Sorry, no CW. QSL via VK2 FM direct. The Pomeranian local branch of the Polish Amateur Radio Union, PZK, has invited all amateur radio operators throughout the world to participate in the 200th anniversary of the construction and launch of the lighthouse in Rozwi, Poland. The on-air award competition is active until August 31st, 2022, with 9 special event stations. 2 of them are joker stations that will be on the air only during the 25th anniversary of International Lighthouse LIGHTSHIP Weekend, ILLW, on August 20th, 21st. Commemorative e-diplomas will be issued to those who meet the special criteria. The competition is also open for shortwave listening stations as well. The rules and frequencies for the 200th anniversary of the Polish lighthouse in Rosewee are available on their website. Worldwide Special Interest Groups, Medical, GB8PCA, Prostate Cancer Awareness. In August, GB8PCA will be on the air to raise awareness for prostate cancer and that early detection saves lives. Essex Ham is proud to support GB8PCA, a special event organised by Andrew Brown, M0ONH. Andrew is planning to raise not only awareness but also money for this important cause that affects 1 in 8 of men. The call sign GB8PCA will be active in August with the support of 3 Essex clubs. A list of planned activations can be seen at the website listed in this edition of the News That You Can Trust, WIA.org.au. Worldwide Special Interest Groups, Rescue Radio. Amateur Radio provided communications for the Ironman Lake Placid Triathlon on Sunday, July the 24th, 2022. The Champlain Valley Amateur Radio Club, CVARC, provided 29 licensed operators with communications for 11 ambulances, 5 bike aid stations, 4 support and gear vehicles, 2 medical tent stations and 2 net control stations. All radio operators volunteered their time and many worked 16 hours or more for a combined 385 hours. They were honoured with an award for special recognition for a volunteer team. Worldwide Special Interest Groups, YOTA, Youngsters on the Air. Young Amateurs Radio Club to host inaugural special event. The Young Amateurs Radio Club, YARC, will host their first annual youth organised special event from September 1st to 15th using their call sign WY4RC. The event is known as Worked All Yark Zones. That's WAYZ. Operators will be activating WY4RC stations from all 10 US call zones. Different awards are available for youth operators who activate a station and for those who contact at least 6 WY4RC stations. Any young amateur or club interested in operating during the event can find the rules and additional information at the Young Amateurs Radio Club website. YARC, founded in 2017, is an international amateur radio club with a focus on promoting adoption and innovation in amateur radio among young people. In 2018, the club was officially recognised by the FCC as an official amateur radio club under the call sign WY4RC. YARC has over 1,000 members on their Discord server as of 2022 and has been changing its structure to bring back community events and increase engagement. No doubt Alec, VK2APC, will have more on this as the event gets nearer. But right now, Alec joins us with the guff on Austria and International Youth Day.
Thanks, Bruce. And this story came from Austria, titled International Youth Day. OVSV reports that on International Youth Day, August 12th, young people in Austria were permitted to send a greetings message via amateur radio. Unlike other countries, unlicensed people in Austria are not permitted to communicate under supervision via amateur radio. The National Amateur Radio Society, OVSV, obtained special permission from the communications regulator to permit young people to use amateur radio. This is for the purpose of transmitting a greetings message during selected events in 2022. International Youth Day on August 12th is one of the permitted events. Such use of amateur radio stations may only take place under the direct permanent supervision of a licensed radio amateur. The unlicensed person can only convey a message of greeting. The radio amateur operating the amateur radio station is and remains responsible for the proper handling of amateur radio traffic. For VK1WIA National News, I am Alec VK2APC in Sydney.
And that's it for me, Bruce, VK3FFF in sunny Bendigo.
Who listens to radio?
I'm Amanda, VK1 Whiskey X-Ray.
I am Pete, VK2LP.
Hi, this is Stephen, VK3SN.
This is Alan, VK4 Hotel India Tango.
I'm Gordon, VK4 VP.
I'm Phil, VK6 Golf X-Ray.
That's all.
Many of you may have heard of the Frankston and Mornington Peninsula Amateur Radio Club, FAMPark. Over the past few months, we've been busy updating a few areas of the club, which includes the redesign from the ground up of our new interactive website, vk3frc.org.au. We encourage you to take a look around and sign in, which allows you to view more features of the site. Want to see what our club is selling, or perhaps you'd like to place a free ad? Take a look at our new forum area, which not only has our for sale section, but other areas for comments and more. Our blog area is also full of information from both past and present. We are very proud of our new interactive website. Other changes to our club includes the weekly FAMPark Net, which is now via the local repeater, VK3RMC. Details are listed on our website. This friendly net is held each Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Melbourne time. Feel free to join us. All are welcome. Another recent addition is our new Ultrabeam UB640, which further enhances our Radio Shack. This is an amazing piece of equipment. It certainly makes it easy to work the world. So we encourage all hams to drop in and say hi. You'll be made most welcome. 73's from FAMPark, VK3 Fox Romeo Charlie.
Hi, I'm Graham, VK3GRK from Bendigo. Bendigo Amateur Radio and Electronics Club invites you to our August meeting, the official launch of the Barrick Field Operations Group, presented by Neil, VK3ZVX. This special interest group will focus on Barrick's contribution to community support during a regional emergency. Its mission is to plan, prepare and train for the inevitable. As an amateur radio club, this is the most important work we can do. The first step in the process will be a show and tell night with a focus on field operations. So, if you have a Go Kit, a good box for a Go Kit, a squid pole antenna of any sort, portable logging and digital mode hardware and software, or anything else which might help you to operate away from home and without mains power, then bring it along. This will enable us to design Barrick's Go Kits with the cleverest solutions from our combined experience and skills. The presentation commences at 7:30 p.m, Friday, August 19th at Barrick Headquarters, Bendigo East Hall, 35 Lancel Street. A gold coin donation would be appreciated and a light supper will be provided. The presentation will also be made available after the event on the Barrick YouTube channel.
This is VK1WIA. All points of contacts from today's news stories are to be found in print when you read the web editions. www.wia.org.au.
Well, thanks for listening to WIA National News. We'll wrap it up with a look at the social scene in VK4. Redcliffe Car Boot Sale, Saturday, August 20. That's next weekend. It happens at 9 a.m. at the Clubhouse, McFarlane Park, Klinger Road at Kippering. In VK5, it's the AREG Car Boot Sale, September 3. So the 3rd of September, make it along to David Roche Park in Kilburn. Back to VK4 and Sunfest. That happens Sunday the 18th of September. Remember, it's Sunday the 18th of September, 10 a.m. at the new venue, Mountain Creek State School. We'll have more on that in the VK4 Q News edition. In VK6, it's Perth Tech. Happens October 21-23. VK7, it's the Tassie Ham Radio Conference and Expo, November 5 and 6. VK3, Rosebud Radio Fest, 9:30 a.m, November 20. And next year, Alara Meet 2023 happens in Hobart in November on the 4th and 5th. Now till next we meet, I'm Graham, VK4 Baker Baker. Walk softly.
From Australia, this has been the Wireless Institute of Australia with the weekly news service. This broadcast is in text, audio and video and is accessed on wia.org.au.
Courtesy of Bevan, VK5BD's ATV and YouTube channel, this has been WIA National News. We're back now, live and local, and your voice, your callbacks. And don't forget, tick like.